Active throughout the world, Castrol leads the field of lubricant technology, and motorsport has always played an important role in the company's long history. Castrol's commitment to competition remains undiminished. Over the years, Castrol and Toyota have enjoyed a long and successful partnership in international motorsport. Success stories have included the World Rally Championship titles for both manufacturers and drivers. That was with the Celica GT4s in both 1993 and 94. With time out to develop a new rally program, 1997 saw the all-new Toyota Castrol Corolla in action for the first time. We'll catch up with the car's development later in the program. Dan Gurney's famed All-American Racers returned for its second season in the PPG Kart World Series. The Castrol-backed Toyota Eagles have made significant progress in a series that has seen speeds in excess of 230 miles an hour. But first to the sport of GT racing with the All-Japan GT Touring Car Championship, considered to be Japan's most important national race series. Power, speed, and excitement sum up the 1997 All-Japan GT Touring Car Championship. As the name suggests, grand touring cars that push out some 500 horsepower. Famous marques like Lamborghini, Porsche, and Ferrari all contribute to this spectacularly successful series. But at the top of the performance table, it was the Nissans and Toyotas that battled for honors over the six-race championship. Just like the Le Mans 24-hour race, teams participating in the championship are composed of both top professional and amateur drivers, competing in two classes, the GT 500s and with 200 horsepower less, the GT 300s. For the spectators, it's considered the most important race series in Japan, with every event being supported by thousands of fans. Top names included former Formula One drivers Eric Comas and the local star Aguri Suzuki in the Nissan Skyline. The Toyota Castrol team is headed by Pedro de la Rosa, Formula Nippon champion, and the German Michael Kroom in the Supra. It was the Formula One veterans who took the top place finish in the opening round in Suzuka, the three-car Toyota Castrol team having mixed fortunes, Masanori Sakia and Toshio Suzuki the best placed in third. At Sendai, fortunes for De La Rosa and Kroom were about to change. Kroom found himself right behind the Nissan of Aguri Suzuki with just laps to spare.
I was already in second position, so I saw I could catch Aguri Suzuki on the Nissan. So I pushed very hard every lap just to get closer. And I saw he had problems with the rear tires or something. And it was very difficult to overtake this circuit. So I'm very happy in the last two laps.
The distance of a GTC race is approximately 300 kilometers, and each car must make a pit stop to change drivers and refuel. The main concept of the regulations is to create a balance for optimum performance by means of power-to-weight ratios. Power is controlled by using air restrictors, similar to the regulations of the FIA and Le Mans. Additionally, the top three finishers of both classes are required to add a weight handicap to their cars for the following race. After 4 races, the Toyota Supra of Kageyama and Tanigawa looked to have pulled out a distinct advantage, but at Minai, race 5, they failed to collect any points. With De La Rosa and Kroom taking their second win, the championship was to be decided in a titanic struggle of nerves at the final round. The Castrol-backed Toyota of De La Rosa and Kroom had a slim 4-point advantage, but an incident with their nearest rivals on lap 20 left the duo with serious suspension problems, effectively putting the team out of the race. It was a nail-biting finish. Kageyama and Tanigawa picked up 4 points to tie for the championship on 67 points apiece. But it was overall victory for the Toyota Castrol pair by virtue of a countback and their victory in race 5. So, a remarkable end to a dramatic championship. For De La Rosa, a season double, adding the series title to his Formula Nippon win, and now tipped for a possible future in Formula One. For Toyota and Castrol, confirmation of the successful partnership that stretches from east to west.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Kart racing is regarded as the fastest race series on Earth. And again, Castrol, Toyota and AAR team up for the 1997 PPG Kart World Series. The PPG Kart Series visits a wide range of tracks in its annual schedule, which now includes races in Canada, Australia and Brazil. For 1997, 2 new tracks have been added to the calendar in the shape of the banked oval tracks at St. Louis and Fontana. One of the great attractions of the kart series is the variety it offers. A mix of oval racing, closed street circuits and road tracks which are more akin to the circuits seen in Formula One. Although the cars look similar to their F1 counterparts, they differ in many ways. The cars are powered by a 2,650cc turbocharged V8 engine that produces in the region of 800 brake horsepower. All engines have a power limiting valve fitted by the organizers. They use slick tires, now outlawed for F1, which give them the grip to corner at high speeds. The use of aerodynamic wings, front and rear, produce the massive amounts of downforce required to keep the cars stable at the high-speed banked ovals. Bodywork is constructed from the light yet incredibly strong carbon fiber, which can also withstand the immense heat given off by the engine. The panels are bolted directly to the chassis, which is painted to look like the rest of the car. As with Formula One, the cars have to qualify for each race. The major difference is that qualifying in the kart series can be spread over 2 days, not just the 12 laps associated with Formula One. The other major difference is the dramatic rolling start. And somebody who should know what it takes to run a championship-winning team is All-American Racers team boss Dan Gurney. Gurney, himself an ex-racer with a career spanning 15 years, achieved championship wins in Formula One, IndyCars, NASCAR and sports cars. Gurney retired from driving in 1970 and is now considered one of the all-time great motorsport heroes. He's also a founder of CART, Championship Auto Racing Teams, the organization behind the series. His drivers for this year are P.J. Jones, son of the 1963 Indy 500 winner Parnelli Jones. Jones started midway through the 1996 series, so this will be his first full kart season. Jones' teammate is Juan Manuel Fangio II, nephew of the great 3-times F1 champion Juan Fangio. He's played a major role in the development of AAR. Both drivers have worked with Gurney for many years and are looking for a good season.
I think it will take time to win races, but definitely our expectation is to finish on the point as many times we can.
Last year I think it was top 10. We achieved it in our first road course race. I hope we're that fortunate. This year I think to be more consistently in the top 10, maybe squeak in a top 5. I hope it rains every single road course race we have. I like the rain, so it helps us.
In an effort to give the team the edge over its already established rivals, Dan Gurney's Californian-based team has further strengthened its lineup for the 1997 kart PPG series by adding more staff.
I think every change that was made was positive. Gerald Tyler, my new engineer, Bernie Marcus, Juan's new engineer, they work very closely together. Juan and I work very closely together. I'm happy for it. I think that it was the best change we ever made.
Both drivers are backed by a team of highly skilled race technicians and engineers who prepare and fine-tune the cars, checking all the data received from the onboard computers to ensure reliability and success on the track. It's all about teamwork, as chief designer Matt Cranor explains.
Turning out a good race car is all about working with people and performing like a team. You know, you can have the best design on paper, and that will only get you on paper. I mean, the thing has to become reality, and I think AAR is a unique place where it's just an awesome environment, you know, working with all the people and the creative ideas that, you know, flow out of the guys and gals working on the project. Between he and I, there's a real sort of a paternalistic side to our relationship, you know, almost like father-son in a way. And I'm not being nice just because he's standing right there and he can hear me. Dan is a fine man.
Even the great man himself relies on the expertise provided by Toyota. The 97 spec Toyota engines are designed and built at TRD in California, where all work regarding the engine and chassis development is carried out.
Of course, I think everybody knows that this year we came into this season in 97 with a new V8 motor versus what we raced last year. We've been developing that motor during the course of the season. It's finally developing a fair amount of reliability. As we've developed the reliability, we're also dialing up the rev limits for each event. And in fact, last weekend in Vancouver, we were running 14,500 as a red line. It was our first time. And we've actually scored points in 7 out of the last 8 races, so we're getting there.
The other major player within the team is lubricant specialist Castrol.
Well, we're working closely with Castrol in many areas. Specifically, all of our lubes at TRD, Toyota Racing Development, are all provided by Castrol. And all the motors that are on the dyno, both here in the United States and California, as well as in Japan, all run Castrol oil.
Castrol was involved a long time ago, from before the first time one of the Indy cars ran on the track. I mean, we had involvement providing products to them for testing to make sure that the products that they're using give them the best performance.
The lubricants that are used by the team work in unbelievably arduous conditions and are continuously developed to keep ahead of the demands of racing.
Well, we're always involved in making sure that the oils that we provide are going to give them the best performance as well as durability. But we're also working to optimize the performance by going with either lower viscosities or different additive systems. So we oftentimes provide a different product and have them dyno tested in our facility in California.
Castrol products are required not just to maintain the efficiency of the engine, but are essential in several other key areas, in particular the wheel bearings, braking and hydraulic systems.
Well, Castrol, as a lubricant specialist, has got a lot of different roles with chassis development. The one thing that is sometimes overlooked are the fact that these cars use hydraulic shock absorbers. We provide specially formulated hydraulic shock oils to give them the best performance again. To give them consistent performance throughout a race, where the oil does not change its properties, and it gives the best performance and consistently throughout the race from the start to the finish.
It's this close working relationship with racing teams that has led to the strong partnership between Castrol and Toyota.
Castrol is a great teammate. They are with us every step of the way, trying to solve our problems, trying to give us an advantage over our competitors. Anytime they are constantly striving to improve their product, and you know, they've been really good for us, and we're really proud to be associated with them.
The Castrol-backed AAR team gained a major boost at Detroit, with Fangio coming home 10th and Jones not far behind in 14th place.
And there is Juan Fangio II driving for Dan Gurney with Toyota power. Look at his progress. From 22nd, he is up to 12th. And keep in mind that a week ago on the Milwaukee Mile, Fangio was 8th quickest in the morning warm-up before mechanical problems felled him in the race. So that program is coming on.
In the following races, including the Michigan 500, Road America race and Vancouver, the team scored another 4 more top 15 finishes, proving that Castrol and Toyota were making significant progress in this very challenging race series. But it was the Italian and former Castrol-backed Formula One driver Alex Zanardi that won the series, driving for the Target Ganassi team.
If I've learned anything this year in '97, it is that the series is even tougher and more difficult to compete in. A very high level of competition. My goal next year is to start having cars finish in the top 5. Ideally, I'd like to have cars qualifying in the top 5. If we feel we can break into that top 5, then we feel we've got a pretty decent chance of winning a race.
AAR, Castrol and Toyota have no doubt made significant gains this season. Over the winter period, more improvements will be made, but will it be enough to catch the opposition? Only time will tell. At the Thousand Lakes Rally in August 1975, Toyota won its first World Championship rally, with their 1.6-litre Corolla beating the 2-litre competition. They went on to greater success, taking back-to-back drivers and manufacturers titles in 1993 and 1994, with the highly successful Toyota Castrol Team Celikas and drivers Juha Kankkunen and Didier Auriol. A new rally program began in 1996 with a change of car in the shape of the Toyota Corolla Compact, a fresh start for Team Toyota Europe's Rally Supremo, Ove Andersson.
It is a new beginning. I think everybody is excited, including myself, after 30 years or something in the business. It's great. It's a new car. It's a car which I have been wanting to use for many, many years. And no, it's great.
At the Toyota Team Europe workshop in Cologne, the largest facility of its kind in Europe, the team set about the challenge to turn the Corolla Compact into a world-beating rally car. A team of 12 highly skilled engineers and technicians began working on the task in January 1996, designing, modifying and fine-tuning the car to meet the FIA World Championship regulations. FIA rules allow for changes to the body shell, which includes the widening of the wings to create the space required to fit the high-specification rally suspension and wheels. The body shell is strengthened with a protective roll cage. At TTE, many new parts were manufactured with the help of Castrol lubricants. The standard 2-litre 3S GTE engine was modified to boost power and torque, and there were substantial changes to the intake and exhaust gas manifolds. Extensive testing was carried out on the team's dyno facilities. The car's aerodynamic efficiency was tested in a 1-to-1 wind tunnel, along with checks to the airflow system into the engine compartment to ensure adequate cooling at all speeds. The FIA regulations allow for the standard Corollas to be converted to 4-wheel drive. The results evident on the test track. Along with engine, aerodynamic and suspension changes, the 97 Rally Corolla boasts an all-new 6-speed sequential gearbox. Mounted on the side of the steering wheel, it gives the driver the ability to change gear through a series of electronic sensors, much quicker than a conventional gearbox. Toyota test driver Freddie Loix puts the new system to the test.
You always can drive nearly with the 2 hands on the steering wheel, and it's in the long corners you can change the gear in the corner. The biggest difference between this car and the Celica car is that this car is much more handlinger, and the sit position in the car is much better than the Celica.
The next stage in the car's development was to test the car under rally conditions. The team moved to rugged terrain in readiness for Finland's Thousand Lakes Rally and its infamous Jumps, some 22 years on from the Corolla's first championship win. Here, the new rally car will be put through its paces by former World Rally champion Didier Auriol. For team boss Ove Anderson, it's an opportunity to compare the car against established opposition.
I think now, basically this year, we are here to see where we are in comparison to our competitors. We've been out now for, as you said, 1.5 years, and of course, the first thing we have to do is to establish where we are and also to find out the problems in the car, and we hope, I mean, the target is to be ready for next season and to gain experience with the new car, and we also for the team, we need to get back into business a bit.
Initial performances exceeded all expectations. The Toyota Castrol team led on 3 of its first 4 rally appearances. Only minor problems prevented the team from gaining top finishes. Best performance came in Australia, where Auriol finished in 3rd place. With Spaniard Carlos Sainz partnering Auriol next year, the Toyota Castrol team will once again be the team to beat in 1998.
Of course, first of all, it's really great to be back. And I think also it is very important for the sport that we are now 4 manufacturers back again. And hopefully next year it will be 5 or maybe even 6. So that's very good.
The World Rally Championship appears to be shaping up for a sensational 1998. Will the Toyota Castrol team repeat their success that gave them their championship titles in '93 and '94? On the track, will Dan Gurney's All-American racers achieve their goal to win in the high-speed world of kart racing? And will the Toyota Castrol team retain their 1997 All-Japan GT Championship title? Toyota and Castrol, partners in motorsport.